6 o'clock. We're just coming into Goulburn. The sun's just coming up. Been driving about 3.5 hours. 7:50. We have just stopped at McDonald's at Gundagai, about halfway to Melbourne. We're about 100 kilometres from the border. Welcome to Victoria, just crossing the border. It's 10:23. We've been travelling 7 hours and 10 minutes. We left home 8.5 hours ago. 300 k's to Melbourne. We're about 100 kilometres from Melbourne. It's 38 degrees. Really dry down here. Looks like they're in the middle of a drought. Should be in Melbourne about an hour. There's Melbourne skyscrapers in the distance. 2 o'clock. Here we are in the unit in Melbourne. We're right practically in the centre of Melbourne, CBD. It's out over Port Phillip Bay. Looks like a similar thing to Darling Harbour. There doesn't seem to be many people around. Maybe they're not back from holidays. 3:35. The clock says 26 degrees. It was 38 degrees nearly all the way down after we crossed the border, or even before we crossed the border. For about 4 or 5 hours it was 38 degrees. And now when we got about 50 kilometres from Melbourne, the temperature dropped. And it's quite comfortable here. Ma and Pa's out sunning himself on the building across the way. It's the lounge room of the unit. Looks like a big container ship just going out Port Phillip Bay. There's a million little yachts floating around down there. I've never seen so many little small yachts, sailing boats. They're all the way around. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, 19 degrees. We went to bed about 7 o'clock last night. We all had it. After not sleeping the night before and driving straight through for 12 hours. The streets below us are still deserted. It's a bit early for anyone yet. There's a train just going past. It's looking out over Port Phillip Bay, the other side of those lights. It's part of a Crown Casino. Can't see the other part, it's just around the building to the left. The main part. It's a great motel room, it's huge. It's the biggest motel room I think we've ever stayed in. It's right in the centre of the city. A good view. That's our bed. There's 5 of us staying here. Christine just woke up. Or trying to wake up. We just put 2 lounges together It's 2 bedroom, 2 double beds, and the lounge makes another double bed. Kitchen. Aaron rung up from Port Macquarie and booked the unit. It was $225 a night. He told him he was promotional manager for the Palm Court at Port Macquarie, and he was coming down on a business trip, so they let him have it for $140 a night. A pretty good discount. Pays to be a bit of a con man. The fountain over in Albert Park where they have the Formula One race. There's a helicopter just landed down at the helipad. It's just opposite the casino. Casino looks like a huge place. The road goes through the centre of it. I'm going to go over and have a look soon. That's Melbourne Exhibition Centre. World Trade Centre. It's 8:30 in the morning, around about peak hour, and that's one of the main roads into town. The train station's just down to the left of us. That's Flinders Street. There's not a lot of traffic around. If this was Sydney this time of the morning, there'd be traffic jams everywhere. I noticed up the street yesterday afternoon when we went for a walk, there's nowhere near the amount of people that you'd see in Sydney. That's up towards the main streets of the city centre. There's not a lot of people around. I don't know how this will come out. I was just looking out the window and I noticed a ship out in the ocean and it looks like it's floating in the air. You can see the horizon down just a little bit above the smaller boat, the bottom of the picture. Then it looks like the sky, and then up in the air is a ship. I'm sure it's an optical illusion. Ships don't float in the air. We're at St Kilda, down along the water. We've just gone for a drive, had a bit of a look around. All the little hire yachts. Certainly a few people on the beach. A little bit breezy. Just looking out into Port Phillip Bay. All the little yachts. They have a ball out there in the wind. It's a bit of a park at the back of the beach. We're in St Kilda. We're in a street full of food shops. Oh, unbelievable. This fella's just inside the door. Looks like he's been trying to get out for a while. Look, this is the sports section. Bowl into that net and it tells you how fast you can bowl. The rowing machine, you can sit next to someone, one on either side, and row, and it tells you who can row the fastest. All right. 33. 46, getting better. Christine's going to race Kathy Freeman. This is going to be good.
In the olden days,
sounds pretty real.
Like this were used.
This is the centre of the Science Works buildings. Bit of an oval, goes all the way around. And they're the old pumping stations. We're just going into them to have a look now. This is the pump house. I don't exactly know what the pumps are there for. I think they must have supplied the water all over Melbourne. Big steam operated pumps. This is the boiler house. Looks like they're filming some sort of movie or something. A couple of kids rolling around the mud playing football. Looks like they're just filming 4 or 5 kids playing, they just sprayed water all over them, playing football in the mud. Just have a look at the amount of gear they got. There's a couple of big buses and everything the other side of there. Just going down along the Williamstown dock area. Looks like that's a, it says Titanic Entertainment. Looks like it's some sort of a club or a pub or something made into the Titanic. I don't know what that is. It looks like going to use it for filming or something. It's on a trailer out the front of the Titanic place. Yeah, it's a pub. This is a waterfront at Williamstown. It's just west of the main dock area, out overlooking Port Phillip Bay. Nice little beach down in there. Just going up onto the Westgate Bridge, heading for the city. The docks and the city. That's St Kilda down there, right around the bay, over to where we were just a while ago. go-kart track. Go on. Say something. Down the bottom of High Point Shopping Centre. It's the biggest shopping centre I've ever been in. This is all a games area. Mini golf course. Hoyt's Theatre. Got a little train track runs around everywhere.
Cruise across, that was $6.
Just went in there.
So that was expensive for that, but where is that?
A weird sort of a cinema where the seat jumps around all over the place. That's where Aaron lives. He lives in the top floor. That's his window up the top of his bedroom. There's a little takeaway shop down below. Sells some damn nice food too. There's a tram coming down the street just near Aaron's place. That's Aaron's flat just there. So he hasn't got far to go to get a tram. He's only about 2 minutes drive from the CBD. This is Aaron's lounge room. Kitchen. You go out through the kitchen, there's a little courtyard type of setup. With an outside toilet out the back, which is good. That's looking out through the lounge room out onto the street. Then you go up them stairs up into the top 4 bedrooms. Leanne works down on the pub down there in the corner as a waitress, so she hasn't got far to go to get to work. That's the unit. She's only got to walk 100 yards and she's at work. We're on our way out to Phillip Island. We decided to stop at Wombat World. It's just before Phillip Island and have a look around. It's a big shark in at Wombat World, over 5 metres long. Ugly looking big thing.
Net late last week off Rabbit Island, about 25 kilometres north of Port Lincoln. The shark is believed to be just under 5 metres long and weigh about 1.5 tonnes. The net belonged to Dinko Lucan, the father of Olympic gold medalist weightlifter Dean.
We're at nearly to Phillip Island racetrack. We just called in the ice cream factory. There's a few things here, like llamas, chooks, emus, big emus, people. This is where the penguins come in on Phillip Island. They come in of a night, go back out early in the morning. It's where you sit down there and watch them all come up onto the beach. Some little penguins we found under a walkway. Those penguins are just up under them steps there. This is a place called Seal Rocks. That's Seal Rocks out there. Right in the middle of the screen there's a heap of seals. It's hard to pick them out. Just on the left of the post. All around the side of that hill there's little penguin holes. We were wondering how they get up the cliff. And we walked down here, and it looks like they've made little steps for them. So they have to come in and get up onto that rock, and then go up the steps and up over there. It's a fairly steep climb. One of the little penguin holes. There's hundreds of them all over the hills. Do that again.
Mum's on your head.
Look, he's saying I want mummy.
The little baby went in that hole. Can't see, it's too dark.
It's flapping his wing.
Come on, stick your head out again.
Over here, to the left. To the right of the door sitting up.
No, I seen him. You got any idea? You got any idea what this is going to look like? I'm fighting over who's going to go. This is a little beach and picnic area on Phillip Island at a little town called Cows. The weather's absolutely magic today. We've got 28 degrees, no wind. Beautiful. Nice little main street at Cows. Another little Cows beach. No, they're not racing. Couple of alcoholics sitting on the lounge. Yeah, that'll be right. Damn.
Well, we are. We're not standing up sitting on our heads. There's recording.
That's amazing.
What?
How come the beer's not running out of your bowl?
I did. It ran like my face.
Well, it didn't all run up your nose. This is the Melbourne International Motor Show. We've just arrived here. Something funny's happened. We're here half an hour early, and we just walked straight in the doors. No one's collecting tickets or anything, so we might have saved 26 bucks. Brocky Sierra, little toy 4-cylinder motor in it. That was Elvis Presley's Cadillac. It wouldn't start, so he shot a hole in it. That's a bullet hole. No, we didn't get in for nothing after all. This is a main motor show. Out the front was just I don't know, about 20 or 30 cars that were for sale in the foyer. We end up having to pay 26 bucks to get in. Nice looking Ford. There's the nicest looking car in the show. New Commodore Coupe. That Lamborghini looks like it's bent in the middle. There's the second best car in the show. The Volkswagen. VW Bug. Looks like a sportier version of that. It's one of those bugs we hired up at Service Paradise.
This is how they line up on the Shell Helix grid.
That's nice too. It's just a Commodore, Aston Martin. One hell of a big motor show. BMW coupe. Some sort of MG Super Sprint. Weird looking thing. It's a Viper. Mika Häkkinen's Formula One car. That's the same one at the air show the other night. Jaguar. Another Jag. That's an Indy car. They're totally different to a Formula One when you see them together. The Indy car's a lot longer. It looks like a lot bigger car. And Indy cars run a lot wider tyres too. That's an Indy car engine, 2.6 litre, 780 horsepower. Not much bigger than an engine, a motorbike engine. Cutaway of a new Holden. It's amazing. We were the first ones in, one of the first ones in the door to have a look at that new Commodore coupe. We come straight to it and I videoed it. And then look at the people around it. The Seaton Crompton racing forward. It's straight across the aisle from the Commodore. There's one bloke looking at it. Oh, what the hell that is? It's a Mitsubishi Technis. Very strange looking headlights set up. Just got three little bulbs in there. You'd wonder how they'd work. Seats are made out of stuff like trampoline material. See through them. A really weird looking thing. Strange looking thing, whatever it is. Lotus. That's a TVR. Well, I wouldn't have a clue who makes it. That TVR is supposed to be the fastest car in the world. 780 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometres an hour in less than 3 seconds. 365 kilometres an hour. It's got a 7 litre V12 engine in it. Another car made by TVR. They're a British company.
A big steering wheel. I feel like to be in a gym.
Never heard of TVR. It's a good idea, have a real car there.
Yellow flag. Just out the front of the motor show, they got a 4-wheel drive track set up. They're giving people rides around the track. There's Whitman's airship flying around over Melbourne. Beautiful day. That's the Maritime Museum, straight out in front of the exhibition centre where the motor show is. Well, that's it. We've been through the motor show. We got there early and got out before the crowd. Looks like it was just as well. They're starting to roll in now. There's no doubt about it. The way to get around down here, if you can do it, is on a motorbike. They just park them anywhere, on the street, anywhere at all, up the main street, anywhere. Just park them on the footpath. All the people heading for the motor show. A little walking bridge over the Yarra River. All the people are sitting on the pylon. They've got a little shop set up on the pylon under the bridge in the middle of the river. They're all sitting there. It's a little hire boat. Gone again. They've just called into Calder Park, Thunderdome, just to have a look at it. Tank sitting just beside the track. I don't know what they want a church at a racetrack for. Fairly big complex. They got their own service station. It's all the
Little pit sheds. That's the drag strip up that start up there. And part of the ordinary racetrack. It's a good idea. They drive their car up onto the platform and the platform lifts up to wherever they want to put the car and just drive the car straight in. Looks like it's a pretty good setup. Wouldn't have minded walking around the whole track and having a look around, but I can't. Blake just give me permission to come in and have a look. This is a place called the Organ Pipes. It's right near Calder Park. I've seen a sign out in the road, so I thought we'd call in and have a look at it. I don't know what it is yet. We're just standing on a viewing platform overlooking a big valley. I think the organ pipes are down the bottom of the valley, so we'll probably go for a walk and have a look. This is the organ pipes. It was formed by volcanic rock that was put down 1 million years ago and contracted as it cooled and cracked. More volcanic rock. This is in a different pattern. This goes out from the centre. Little creek just down below the rock. Little kangaroo in the bushes. Stella Marine Airport. The jet just taken off. And there's another one coming in. This is St Kilda Beach. Back towards the city. It's a beautiful day. Yesterday afternoon we got a hell of a storm. In the morning we're at a place called Gladstone Shopping Centre, and at about lunchtime it started to come over a bit stormy looking, so we left and headed back to Melbourne. Last night on the news we heard that Gladstone Shopping Centre roof caved in. The rain that heavy, must have been just after we left, that the roof couldn't handle it and it fell in.
was all on the news last night. They had some pretty big storms around here last night. They're still talking about it on the news this morning. Everywhere was flooded. These are cycleways. Oh, that's a good one. Surely with a roller skates pushing a pram. Oh, I've never seen that before. It's the docks, wharves, Westgate Bridge, more wharves. That's Williamstown. Big navy boat just going out. Old dog it walking up along the rocks. When they come to a post, it jumps back down on the pavement, walks around the post and jumps back up on the wall again. Here we go. Oh no, he's not going to get back up again. He's looking. No, it's the end of the wall. It's a bit of a park up behind the beach. City in the background. Must be something about that wall that dogs like. Oh, Blackman walked along the wall too. They clean the beaches fairly regularly down here. They go through them with a tractor with a scraper on behind it and sieve all the rubbish out. It's a good idea. There's another dog walking along the wall. Huh. This is Brighton Beaches, just out past St Kilda. Not sure, I think they're little boat sheds, I'm not real sure. They're little bathing boxes. Apparently you can rent them or buy them off the Life Saving Club.